This is fan fiction only and is not approved or endorsed by Lucasfilm. Star Wars Reunited by Jack Smith. Endor, 8 years after the Battle of Yavin. A dark cloud covered the shaft of moonlight that penetrated through the thick Endor forest. As a soft breeze whistled through the trees, the forest settled itself for another quiet night. The darkened sky became still darker for a moment as a blackened ship neared the surface. The ship found a rare clearing in the dense foliage and touched down softly, as if the pilot did not want to disturb the tranquility of the field. The pilot stepped forth from his craft and took in a deep breath. He had been here before, only a few years ago now, but it felt like a longer absence than that. His face was mature beyond his years. It was marked with many victories and few defeats, but the defeats were clearest now. He thought about what he should ask first, if he should first ask for his father's advice or just his history. He did not know. He walked away from the ship and into the dense brush. "I know that the field is in this direction," he mumbled to himself as he pressed on. He had almost landed there, but had thought better of it. He did not want to disturb the tranquility with fusible thrust engines. As he neared his destination, he sensed a slight tremor in the force. Not dark, but gray. It seemed so unsure. He stopped walking and put all his focus into reaching out with the force. The presence was nearer than he had first suspected, and was moving quickly. To the left? No. Suddenly, a dark-cloaked figure with ignited lightsaber in hand sprung from above. Luke Skywalker ignited his own saber and sprang to one side. His assailant buried his blade into an ancient tree stump. Luke sprang into action with obvious determination. He felt somehow violated that someone else would dare disturb this sanctuary. He pressed his attack, calling on the Force with every midichlorian in his body, but his assailant blocked his every thrust with ease and began to press his own attack. Luke blocked a sweeping blow and rolled to momentary safety. He was quickly on his feet and delivered a combination of thrusts that had proved deadly before. The dark figure blocked the first several blows, but mistimed the final blow. He stretched out his bare palm, and an instant before the saber tore into his flesh, it stopped in mid-swing. It stopped like it had struck the hide of a Zillo beast. The dark figure was using all of his concentration for this maneuver, and Luke could see blue force energy surging from the man's palm. Luke took advantage of this pause, and force pushed the figure in the direction of a massive Rosher tree. The man turned himself in midair and sprang off the tree. He landed on his feet and slowly advanced towards Luke. "Who are you?" Luke yelled. His voice carried a tone of anger, but in his heart he was very curious. Who was this dark fighter? Where had he learned such skills? And why was he here? All these questions and more flashed through Luke's brain as he waited for a reply. It did not come. The figure sprang again like a gundark on its prey. Luke parried his blow, and the two figures interlocked sabers under a now pale blue sky. For the first time, the other spoke. "I am a voice from the past, here to find purpose, guidance, if you will." "I think you might be going about this the wrong way," Luke said in a sarcastic tone. "I am not looking for training, but guidance." They were still locked in position, almost a mutual respite, but a tense one. "Where is Darth Vader?" said the cloaked one. "I need him." "Darth Vader is no more, and all that remains is the ghost of Anakin Skywalker, my father." The two stared at each other for a moment. Luke could sense the pain in his opponent's thoughts, but also a strong sense of hope. The eyes of the Dark One softened, and he stepped away from Luke. They simultaneously disengaged their sabers, both knowing instinctively that the fight was over. "Then he is dead. I had heard of it, but these 4 years I could not bring myself to believe it." "Who are you?" This time Luke asked out of compassion, not rage. The dark figure visibly sighed and lifted off his hood, so that Luke could see his whole face. "I am Galen Merrick, known to some as Starkiller. Formerly the Emperor's pawn, and now alone in a world without tyranny. The ones I have loved are gone, and now so is my master." Luke could sense the good in the other man, the internal struggle to achieve the right rather than the wrong. "I have come here to find my destiny." Galen spoke these words with apprehension. He had decided that his destiny would not stray to the dark as it had before, and this time he meant it. Luke looked up to the sky for a moment as if to find the wisdom of Ben there. Then he smiled and said, "Come with me. We shall both find our way." The dawn would soon break. As the forest awakened, Luke and Galen walked towards the sacred field, from which glowed a soft blue light.
Well, that was my short fiction that I wrote, and I was very happy to have Lord Bruticus narrate that for me. Thanks, Lord Bruticus. You can check out his YouTube page and subscribe here. I love annotations. You see it? And you can subscribe to me here. Right there. Look at that. Perfect. Oh, and you can check out Dark Empire Radio down here in the description. See the little words down there at the bottom of the page? There's a link down there. Click it. Click it now. Click. 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 Click.